Yes.
Okay. A very good evening to each and everyone present here, the contestant, the chief judge, and the contest chair. I, Toastmasters Srishti, welcome you all to the Humorous Speech Contest of Unicorn's Voice Toastmasters Club. By attending this remote club area division district speech contest, you agree to the privacy policy of Toastmaster International as well as the associated remote hosting service. Some of your personal information such as image, name, and any shared messages may be shared with other meeting participants and will be recorded by the Toastmaster International, who may use the recording in future as it sees fit. Your remote attendance hereby discharges Toastmaster International from all the claims, demands, rights, promise, damage, and liabilities arising out of or in connection with the use or distribution of said video recording, including but not limited to any claims for invasion of privacy, appropriation of likeness, and defamation. Just a second. Now, there are few rules and regulations in a contest. The first, please stay on mute unless requested by contest chair, contest master, chief judge, or tech master to unmute yourself. Second, please do not share anything on screen unless it is a part of your speech. Third, please refrain from talking about sex, religion, or politics in a derogatory manner. Now, I would love to hand over the podium to the contest chair, Toastmaster Pratiti Sengupta. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Srishti. Can we have a big round of applause for our wonderful Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Srishti, for starting off the meeting on such a positive note? So a very good evening to all the fellow members, leaders, and guests present here. I am Toastmaster Pratiti, and I'm the contest chair, and I welcome you all to the humorous speech contest of Unicorn Voices Toastmasters Club. Can we all have a big round of applause for ourselves? Okay, so the purpose of the contest as defined by Toastmasters International is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities and also for all Toastmasters to learn by observing speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training. Now, in order to be eligible to compete in the humorous speech contest, a contestant must be a paid member of a club, area, division, and district in which he or she or they are competing, be a member of the club in good standing. A new, dual, or reinstated member must have all dues and membership application current with the world headquarters. Now, there are certain members who are ineligible to compete in any Toastmasters speech contest. A member serving as a chief judge, voting judge, or tie-breaking judge beyond the club level for a contest in which the member is still competing or intends to compete. Incumbent international officers and directors, region advisors, or region advisor applicants. District officers whose term expires June 30th, 2023, and international officer and director candidates, immediate past district directors, district officers, or candidates for elected positions for the term beginning the upcoming July 1st. The presenters of education sessions at the event at which the contest will be held, including area, division, and district events, as well as the international convention. Now that we have all the eligibility rules out of the way, which I have also checked for our contestants and they're all perfectly eligible, now we'll move on to some of the ground rules that we need to cover. Now, please ensure your microphone is always on mute. So that is already taken care of because we have the settings in the meeting wherein you can't unmute yourself by yourself. So the host needs to ensure you get that permission. Please do not share any content during the contest. Only the timer is allowed to display timer cards. Again, the share screen option is disabled for people other than the co-hosts and hosts. Once the contest has begun, the Sergeant at Arms will close the meeting entry in Zoom. So we have not technically closed the meeting entry, but we do have a waiting room wherein we'll be allowing people in. And members of the audience are asked to refrain from leaving, because if you exit, it might so happen that you're not allowed to enter midway through the contest. And the chat option is also disabled. And you can, if you have any issues, especially the contestants, you can drop me a text in WhatsApp if it is at all something emergency or something like that. You can do that. Now, for this contest, all the contestants will remain in the room. There is no concept of breakout room. Now, each contestant will be introduced by announcing the contestant's name and speech title as mentioned in the eligibility and biography form filled online. For example, if the first contestant's name is Pratiti Sengupta and the speech title is Honesty is not the best policy, then I will announce it as Pratiti Sengupta, Honesty is not the best policy. Honesty is not the best policy, Pratiti Sengupta. So the speeches will be 5 to 7 minutes long with a 30-second grace period on both the lower and the upper side. So each contestant needs to speak for a minimum of 4 minutes, 30 seconds. Or if they speak more than 7 minutes, 30 seconds, they will be disqualified. And if they speak for less than 4 minutes, 30 seconds, they will also be disqualified. So please keep that in mind. Upon being introduced, the contestant will unmute the microphone and turn on the video. The timing will begin with the contestant's first definite verbal or non-verbal communication with the audience. This usually will be the first word uttered by the contestant, but would include any other communication such as sound effects, a staged act, etc. Now, Madam Timer, please pay attention. The green card will be displayed at 5 minutes and will remain up for 1 minute. The yellow card will be displayed at 6 minutes and remain up for 1 minute. And the red card will be displayed at 7 minutes and remain up until the speech is concluded. The speaker has a grace period of 30 seconds on both lower and upper side as mentioned, but no signal will be given for the overtime period. Now, there will be a 1 minute silence between each of the contestants. And during that time, the judges will be marking their ballots. And after that, the host will conduct the audio and video check of the next contestant. That is, the tech master will do that for the next contestant. And after the last contestant has spoken, the audience shall remain silent for a time of 2 minutes, during which all the ballots will be collected and submitted to the chief judge. Now, coming to the topic of protests. Protests are limited to eligibility, originality, and reference to another contestant's speech and shall only be lodged by the voting judges and the contestants. Any protest shall be lodged with the chief judge and or the contest chair prior to the announcement of the contest results. And I've already checked the eligibility criteria. All the contestants here qualify them. As for originality, a maximum of 25%, that is 1/4 of the speech content, can be borrowed, but the source of such content must be mentioned in the speech. Now, should there be a situation of a protest for originality or for referencing another contestant's speech, the said contestant will be given an opportunity to respond to the chief judge before any decision is taken. Now, the speaking order for the contest was determined earlier during a draw of lots from the contestants. And now I'll be declaring the order of the contest, that is the order of speaking. So please note, the contestant number 1 is Satyaki Das, SATYAKIDAS, Satyaki Das. Contestant number 2 is Durga Satish Mane, DURGA SATISH MANE, Durga Satish Mane. Contestant number 3 is Dhrubadeep Mitra, DHRUBADEEP MITRA, Dhrubadeep Mitra. Contestant number 4 is Venkata Subbarao Guggilam, VENKATA SUBBARAO GUGGILAM. Contestant number 5 is Prometheus Borkotoki, PRAMATHESH BORKOTOKY, Prometheus Borkotoki. And the last contestant, contestant number 6, is Rajarshi Roy, RAJARSHIROY, Rajarshi Roy. Now, the contest will be recorded on Zoom, as you all can see, and it will be shared on request. So the speech recording will be shared with no one other than the contestant who has requested the same. Now, Mr. Chief Judge, I confirm that all the contestants as well as the Sergeant at Arms are briefed by the contest chair. Request you to kindly confirm whether the contest officials are briefed and are present in the room right now.
I confirm that the contest, the role players have been briefed and they are present in the room.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chief Judge. Now, I would request the Tech Master, Toastmaster Shrishti, could you kindly check if all the contestants are in the main room or not?
Yeah, all the contestants are in the main room.
Thank you so much. Now, okay. All right. And I also confirm that the chat is disabled, and any new admissions that come in the waiting room, they'll be allowed only with the prior permission of the Chief Judge. So I'd request the people with the co-host accesses to not allow anyone without the prior permission of the Chief Judge. Now, we will now begin the humorous speech contest with the permission of the Chief Judge. Mr. Chief Judge, can we begin? Mr. Chief Judge, can we begin the contest?
Yes, you may begin the contest.
Thank you so much. So let us begin with the humorous speech contest. Now we'll come to our first contestant, and I would request the Tech Master to please spotlight the first contestant and allow him to unmute himself. And I'd also request the timer to start sharing her screen. Okay, so Madam Tech Master, please conduct the audio video checks and the timer card checks on the contestant. Thank you.
Contestant number 1, please repeat after me. Today is a good day to have the contest. Am I audible? Contestant number 1?
Yes, can you please repeat?
Today is a good day to have the contest.
Yes, absolutely.
Please repeat after me the sentence. Today is a good day to have the contest.
Today is the good day to have the contest.
All right. Tama, please display the cards. Which color it is?
Change the colors of the cards. Okay, just hold on. Madam Timer, please go to the white card, and when you change to the green card, just pause a little until the contestant confirms the color of the card. Toastmaster Shataki, as you see the cards, please confirm the colors.
Okay.
Yeah, please reshare the screen. No worries.
It is seen now, white color.
Yes, please wait for the full screen. Yeah.
It's white color. Green color. Yellow. Red.
Thank you so much, Timer. Contestant, I confirm that the contestant number 1 is perfectly audible and visible both.
Thank you so much, Madam Tech Master, for conducting the checks. So we now have contestant number 1, Shataki Dash, The Family Saga. The Family Saga. Contestant number 1, Shataki Dash.
Good evening, all of you. So when I was searching for the topic for today's speech, I was in the dilemma what to pick, what not to. But later point of time, I thought that in my family, day-to-day life, I'm encountering a lot of funny instances. So I thought of choosing the name as The Family Saga, rather family story. So saga means it's a many stories stitched together and make it a saga. So whenever you are a married person and you have a family, the story will never be a story, it will be a saga. So my wife has a OCD. It's a obsessive compulsive disorder. If those who don't know the meaning of the OCD is, the person will be very particular about the position or the method of working a particular thing at a very in their own way. If there is a deviation, she will be annoyed and disturbed, irritated. So after our marriage, we went to buy a few pillows. pillows, the 4-5 identical pillows, just look alike, same color, same thing. So one fine day at the middle of the night, my wife called me suddenly and woke me up. I thought something serious. So she asked me, I'm not getting sleep because you are using my pillow. So can I imagine at the middle of the night, I was expecting something else. So it was a disaster, like I was shattered. So OCD has become UBP for me. It's an unbearable pain for me. So this is another instance I like to tell. Before Dasera, we buy clothes for our family members, including extended family members. So I bought 2 identical t-shirts for my cousin brothers. But since due to size mismatches, I couldn't gift it. So I kept it with me. And there is a strict rule, guideline from my wife that I cannot wear same t-shirt in consecutive 2 days. So I thought, let's dodge my wife this time because the 2 are identical. But I failed it. I failed there also. Do you want to know the reason? It had the same smell, same pattern, same size, but the wrinkle pattern was different. So my wife caught. It's a disaster. And I have, along with my wife, I have my son, 6-year-old son, Anshul. So like my wife, sometimes I generally don't give much priority in the study. So for this, my wife was little irritating. Why don't you give some time? So one day I thought, let's make him read few words. So I started off with the word sale, S-A-L-E. So his school teacher taught him that S sounds like A-L-E, elephant. So if you blend together all the phonic sound, you'll get some word which I cannot tell. It's a slang. So so we were also curious about my son's progress in the school because it's just it's after the lockdown, right? The school has started. So it was our first PTM. We went there and the class teacher told us that you start a few things about you, just maybe tell something about Anshul first. So I told, if we start, you will not get the chance. So better you start first, and then if time permits, we can conclude. So at the beginning, right, she was saying, Anshul, very, very sharp. He can grasp things very faster. So we were very proud. But immediately later, so she kept telling, Anshul does not listen to anyone. Anshul hit the innocent boy who is non-expressive, silent. Anshul does not finish his lunch. So initially we were so curious to listen, but now we were impatient to leave the room, and we started seeing the watch, phone, etc. So, and sometimes now his questions also very, very frustrating. You cannot answer really. One of the instance, so he had a fever. We asked him not to take bath. You skip the bath. She was asking, how can we, how not to take bath? Generally, people say that how to take bath, but he will say how not to take bath. Just imagine, if somebody is there, please ping me, please DM me the answer, how you should answer that question. And any one of you here present who do not have any verbal argument with your spouse, I hope no one will raise your hand. So, whenever some verbal fight happens, some quarrel happens, my son, my 6-year-old son will be the judge. He will be moderating that argument, that meeting. So eventually we will like to get support from him. So I always tell, look, Anshul, if you don't support, I will not take you to the mall, video game. I will not take you to playground. Next immediate moment, my wife raises her voice to 2x. And then say, Anshul, I will not sleep with you if you support your Baba. So that's how our family is now going on. And generally, when we started the family, we started the married life. So we belong to different families. We had a different opinion. So when you we had to tolerate few things of each other's fault. So the thing is, if you give time, right, the things gets better and better over time. So one thing is, you need to have a patience in your life, even in your professional life as well. This is applicable. So I like to urge each one of you to have some empathy towards others and be little accommodating, so that I'm sure this way the whole world will be converted to a single family. So that's all from my side. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you so much, contestant number 1. So we will now be maintaining a 1-minute silence. Timer 2, Toastmaster Shomnath, I would request you to let me know once the 1 minute is over. Thank you.
Madam Contest Chair, 1 minute is over.
Thank you, timer 2. So we will continue on to the next contestant. But before that, I just wanted to confirm one thing. I'm not sure if it was an issue from my internet side, but I was not being able to see the cards properly. So could the chief judge or anyone else just confirm once with the cards coming up properly for the timings? I'm just wanting to confirm if it is not an issue for the contestants or not.
Was coming up properly.
Okay. Then it might have been an internet issue on my side. No problem. So we'll move on to the second contestant. So we have the second contestant, Durga Mane. So can we have her on the podium, please? Tech Master, please spotlight her and do the audio, video, and the timer card checks. Thank you.
Contestant number 2, please repeat after me. Today is a good day to have the contest.
Today is the good day to have a contest.
All right. Timer, please display the cards. Color of the card.
Green, yellow, red.
Thank you so much. Madam Contest Chair, I confirm that contestant number 2 is properly audible and visible. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Tech Master. So our contestant number 2 is Durga Satish Mane. Durga Satish Mane, to be on safer side. To be on safer side, Durga Satish Mane.
10 June 2006 has been a defining moment of my life. It was a defining day. Defining because it was almost 1 week after my wedding, and this was the first time I was going to meet my extended family. So my father-in-law, he called me in his room. So like a obedient bahu, I went into his room. So I go to his room, and as I entered the room, the pharmacist in me suddenly felt proud. I was awestruck. The number of medicines I could see in the room. Oh my God, I had a feeling of pride. I thought, a right marriage. I can help these people. And I could see there were medicines of all shapes and sizes, and there were multivitamins, and there were antacids and the tonics, and you name it, and all of those medicines were handy and ready. I was surprised. I was happily surprised. And at the corner, I could see my father-in-law is laying down deep in some thoughts, and he had some files besides him and some medicines besides him. As I glanced backward, I could see there was a glass cupboard in which there were different files, each file properly labeled 1998. Pink file for I, gray file for Appa. I stands for mother, Appa stands for father. And likewise, it started with 1998, 1999, 2000, and I got married in 2006. So everything was completely up to date, and the files were till 2005. I'm not only a pharmacist, I'm also a quality auditor. And as I entered, my father-in-law was very happy to see me. He said, "Come, Durga, come sit." He could hardly speak. He was so tired, engrossed in deep thought. And suddenly I noticed there was one box which was kept. I said, "What is this box?" Appa said, "This is a medicines box of I." I said, "Really? I is for mom. But I saw one near I." "Yes, this is a duplicate box. This box has exactly same medicines that she takes daily. These are her backup medicines." I said, "Why backup? You never know. You have to be on safer side. What if she misplaces the box? Kids nowadays misplace the box." So what I do is I keep all of this medicines sorted. Every day I take an inventory of her medicines and the medicines in this box, and this box is always lying safe with me. I said, "Amazing." I said, "Yeah, I kind of realized that she's quite drowsy all the time." "Yeah, she's unwell. Who do you notice? You're the first person with this background in our family, and you don't know what an asset you are to your family." And when I opened the door, I saw there was antidiuretic in case there is a diarrhea, and then there was antacids, various antacids, Gelusil, and then there were painkillers and painkillers, ampicillin, amoxicillin, and then aspirin, ibuprofen. One thing I noticed, there were also anti-diabetic drugs. So I happened to ask my father-in-law, "So mother-in-law also has diabetes?" You see her reports for yourself. There's a fine line. The amount of checks that we have to do, she has sugar. I said, "Really?" See, you start with latest file. And as I opened the file, which was the latest file, I got married in month of June. So from January, I could see there were sonography reports, there were ECG, prescription, blood reports, and each of this report were duplicate of different labs. However, I could see even the February had the same pattern of report. Every month there were blood tests, the sonographies, the ECGs, and after in month of March, I saw there was MRI and scanning done, and the cycle continued. So I asked father-in-law, "So it looks like quite a few reports. Is she so unwell?" To be on safer side, Durga, it is always good to get checked. So we get her checked every day. I do my checking, I do her checking. But I saw father-in-law, there are 2 reports of each lab, 2 blood test report of different labs. Yeah, you can't rely on one lab. There are differences. To be on safer side, we get it tested in 2 different labs. Suddenly I noticed the phone rang, and above the phone there were different numbers in bigger size. So 2 numbers of the MD doctor, and then the gynecologist and cardiologist and diabetologist and urologist. I said, so many, to be on safer side. If we have to call them, we call them. by the way, are you aware that we are getting your mother-in-law operated for cataract? I said, yeah, I have heard of it. Yeah, we have consulted 2 eye specialists. Although they are saying it is just a primitive stage, we are getting her operated. Now the pharmacist in me woke up. I said, no, father-in-law, in primitive stage, you can't do this operation. I insist we can't do this operation. I called my husband. I convinced him not to do this operation because it is just a primitive stage. It has to mature. And then my father-in-law was upset. My mother-in-law did not speak to me because according to her, I'm stopping her from getting operated. And there was a pin drop silence in the family. But I stood by. I said, nothing doing. It cannot be operated because it struck me. They are the case. My father-in-law is hypochondriac. You know what is hypochondria? This is an anxiety disorder wherein the person constantly feels there is something really wrong with him and he's going to fall sick. So if there is a head pain, it is tumor. If there is a skin rash, it is a skin cancer, and so on and so forth. From that day, only one thing changed. Whenever I go, the reports are hidden, the medicines are hidden, but the cycle continues. Contest chair.
Thank you, contestant number 2. We will now be maintaining a 1 minute silence, and I'd request the timer 2 to please let me know once the 1 minute is over. Thank you.
Madam Contest Chair, 1 minute is over.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. So we'll now move on to our third contestant, and I would request Madam Techmaster to please spotlight him and conduct the audio video checks and timer card checks. Thank you.
Contestant number 3, please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day to have the contest.
Today is the wonderful day to have the contest.
Great. Timer, please display the cards.
It's already displayed. Contestant, can you confirm it?
I can see the white card. Yeah, now it is green. Now it is yellow. And now it is red.
Thank you so much, Timer. Madam Contest Chair, I confirm that the contestant number 3 is perfectly audible and visible both. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Techmaster. Now, contestant number 3 is Dhrubadeep Mitra. Dhrubadeep Mitra, don't leave them as stray. Don't leave them as stray. Dhrubadeep.
Good evening, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Now, before I start my speech, I would like to ask a question to all of you. Please answer with a raise of hand if you can, with a reaction. Does anyone of you from the audience know how to dance? Please answer with a raise of hand. Okay. No. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to learn dancing. But can you teach my cat how to dance? Yes, my cat. You know, my cat, when my cat is very happy, he will move like this. He will not go straight. He will move like this. When I give him some food, he will just come like this, like this. And imagine this is the head of the cat, and it will come like this. I don't know why. Yes, my dear friends, that is my cat. And I had recently adopted a cat. And can you guys guess his name? Well, I referred to a lot of books on names, and they suggested me to keep something starting with Ma. So after a lot of thought and consideration, I thought of keeping the name Meow. Why? Because it meows. So there you go. So this is Meow. I hope you guys can see the screen. This is Meow. So I had recently adopted Meow a few weeks back. But all jokes apart, okay, leave all jokes. Meow had really had a bad past, very bad past. Meow's mother had left it beside a garbage bin and went away. So Meow had to fight with other cats on a daily basis to fend for itself. And then one day, a little kid had discovered Meow sitting under a tree and licking its wounds. The kid at that time, Meow was barely a kitten, I think 2 weeks old. So the kid's family had happily accepted the cat. But when it came to taking care of it, they were very stingy. They would not provide it food. They would not make it take bath. They would not even provide any shelter to keep itself warm. So naturally, out of frustration, Meow had scratched the kid. And there you go. Meow was again back on road, all alone, fending for itself and stray. When I found Meow, Meow was all grown up, but had a lot of wounds on its hands. So one day I took Meow to a hospital. So I drive in the parking outside the hospital, and I was coming out of the car, and suddenly I saw a creature. It was a four-legged creature. You can imagine four legs. Okay, four legs, and it had a head, and its head was a kind of a blob. It's like a circular head. I was thinking, what is it? It was running towards me. I was very shocked. I was looking very closely, and I thought, what is this? What is this creature? It looked like an astronaut from outer space. Wait a minute, am I on Mars? No, right? Oh my God, I thought I was on Mars. Then what is this creature? I didn't know. Then when I looked for some time, I discovered that it was a dog. It was a dog, and its head had been trapped on like a jar, a big jar. I felt really bad. The dog was without food. He was like this for 2 days. The dog was without food, without water, and it was gasping for air. And since I had an appointment with the doctor, I ran inside. And when I came after a 30 minutes appointment, again I found it lying on the road. I asked the security guard who was standing nearby, what happened to this dog? Sahab, actually this dog was suffering a lot. Like for past 2 days, he's not able to eat anything. And you know what had happened? There were some naughty kids who had put some food in the jar, and the dog was enticed to like eat from it. And unfortunately, its head got stuck and it is not coming out. The kids didn't help at all. They just ran away. But this poor dog sees her. It is like this. So I decided to help it. So I was trying very hard to pull the jar out of its head, but it was not happening. So I ran to my uh, car and I searched for something sharp so that I can poke a hole in it. And finally, I found something and I poked a hole. And then with a lot of pressure, I was putting a lot of pressure, and I finally broke the jar, and it was free, and it ran away. So I was relieved and calm, sitting in my car, and I was wondering, a lot of animals are suffering like this in our society. We have a lot of stray dogs there in our society, and there's no one to take care of it, right? They have to fend for itself. Often they suffer from hunger, poor hygiene, and ill treatment. The best thing that we can do from our side is to give them a little shelter. I know many of your moms will say that घर में तो already कुत्ता पाल रहा हूँ, then फिर दूसरा क्यों? We are already petting 2 dogs at home, right? Why bring another one? By 2 dogs, it would mean you and your brother or someone. But think about it. You are not only bringing joy to your home, but also saving a life. What would you do, Madam Contest Chair, in that case? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, contestant number 3. We'll now observe a 1-minute silence, and I would request the timer to let us know once the 1 minute is over. Thank you.
Madam Contest Chair, 1 minute is over.
Thank you, Mr. Timer, for the confirmation. Just before I move on to the next contestant, can someone just confirm, am I audible and visible? My Wi-Fi was going away in between. It's fine?
Yes, you are perfectly audible.
Okay, thank you so much. Now we'll move on to our next contestant, contestant number 4, Venkata Subbarao Guggilam. So, Toastmasters Srishti, please perform the audio video checks and the timer card checks. Thank you.
Contestant number 4, please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day to have the contest.
Today is wonderful day to have the contest.
Okay. Timer, please display the green, yellow, and the red cards.
Currently, I can see white card. Now it is green card, yellow card, and now it is red visible.
Thank you so much, Timer. Madam Contestant, I confirm that the contestant number 4 is perfectly audible and visible both. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Techmaster. So our contestant number 4 is Venkata Subbarao Guggilam. Venkata Subbarao Guggilam, understanding between family members. Understanding between family members. Venkata Subbarao.
Understanding is very important. especially for family members. Respect each other, give importance so that the bonding will be so strong, so happy, the family life will enjoy. But nowadays, family members like husband and wife, they're always try to quarrel each other for small things. As a result, these small things becoming a big storm, one day the collapse, the family system itself collapsing. Make sure these things should not happen in your life. Let me give one incident which feel in the same case, but how I overcome. By the way, my name is Keshav, but I have a lot of beautiful hair. Because of my wife, I lost all my hair, which makes me so happy. By the way, I forgot to introduce my wife name. Her name is Rona, but always she makes me feel Rona cry. Whenever, if I'm ready to for something, some disparities always come. I feel some misunderstanding happen among all of us. I try to impose those things, but the results are very late. Let me give one example, which makes me so embarrassing. One day, she ready to go for one party. Yeah. Keshav, hi Keshav, I'm going to party today at 6:30 to 10:30. So I'll become late. So be patient. I won't come till 10:30. You had your dinner. I kept on the table. Okay, but don't disturb. I want to relax myself. I don't want to miss this opportunity with my friends. I will have full fun. Hi Rona, enjoy your party. I will wait for you till 10:30. Of course, I won't disturb you. Bye. At 10:30, she came back. Wow, how was the party? Yes, it was very so fun. We enjoyed a lot. I forget everything. It's a very fun, joy, a lot of food. I so much enjoy. I get stress relief for almost 4 hours. Thank you. Very good. Do you know, tomorrow I am also going to one party. I want to enjoy this time. At what? At what time? Time same 6:30 to 10:30. Of course, it's very nearby only. I'll come as much as possible. Okay. The day where I'm going to go for my party. Yeah, today I will enjoy 4 hours. Yeah, very good. Yeah. Rona, it's time. I'm ready to go. Okay, I'll come at 10:30. Be enjoy. Okay, I'll be back. Don't disturb me. Okay. Tring, tring. Harona, where are you? I'm in still car parking area. I'm supposed to get into the car. I'll be back. The moment I reach, I will have some food and I will come back at the earliest. Oh, okay, bye. Again, after 10 minutes, again, the call came. Harona, I am on the way to my party. I'll be back. Don't worry. No, I am getting alone. Huh? That's why I'm getting scared. Just to want to know where you are so that I'll be know. Okay, don't worry. I'll be back at the earliest. Let me go and meet my friends. Let's come. Okay. Then again after 15 minutes, just I supposed to reach my venue. Once again, I got a call. Ha, tell me, Rona. I'm on the way. I just reached the venue right now. I want to meet my friends. Give me some time. Let's have fun. Then I'll be back. Yeah. Again, I just entered the venue and meet my friend. Hi, how are you? Yes, everything. Okay. I just gave my gift and everything to start to have some food. Again, my wife called. Tring, tring. Haruna, tell me. Where are you? I am alone. I feel so embarrassing. No one is here. Cover also gone. I don't know. I'm little bit scary, but I'm getting, my hands are paining. My voice is getting some uncomfortable. Ha, you will get uncomfortable because I came to the party na. Let me enjoy. Did I disturb you when you went to the party? No, na. Why these many times you are making me uncomfortable? Wait, I will come. This time, oh, lot of food. I won't enjoy this food. Otherwise, I won't get anything from my home. Okay, let's start to eat something. I will skip away it. Once again, club. Tell me, Rona. What is this? I told you number of times. Why you are disturbing me? I told you. My mood is gone. Sit. I don't want, I lost my mood. I don't want to enjoy. I told you. Okay, I'm on the way. Do you have any food for me? I kept some morning food. Do you want to eat? Else I just supposed to give it to my dog. Your dog? So let me, don't me have food? अभी शादी नहीं करने का ऐसा आ रहा है. So these kind of things makes embarrassing. Give respect and enjoy. So together as well as separately also. So these small teeny things makes someday a big storm, which we should avoid. Make beautiful, happy life, understanding each other, make good family. Thank you. What do you think, Madam Toastmaster?
Thank you, contestant number 4. Timer 2, we will be maintaining 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Please let me know once the 1 minute is over. Thank you.
Madam Contest Chair, 1 minute is over.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. So we will move on to our 5th contestant, Prometheus Borkotoki. So I would request Madam Techmaster to please perform the audio video checks as well as the timer check.
Contestant number 5, please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day to have the contest.
Today is a wonderful day to have the contest.
Thank you. Timer, please display the green, yellow, and the red card.
I can see the white card, green, yellow, red.
Thank you so much, Madam Timer. Madam Contest Chair, I confirm that the contestant number 5 is perfectly audible and visible both. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Techmaster. So contestant number 5 is Prometheus Borkotoki. Prometheus Borkotoki, do you have an ego? Do you have an ego? Prometheus Borkotoki.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let me ask you a question. Do you have an ego? Yes, I am asking you. I am sure your answer is no. Why? Because since childhood, we have been told that having an ego is the perfect way to our destruction. We will burn into ashes if we have ego, then we are nothing but crazy. That is what we have been told. Seriously? Are we crazy if we have an ego? Let me make a big confession tonight. I have an ego, and it's not just any ego. It's a big ego. It's so big that makes me very selfish. I cannot think about anything but myself. So why am I speaking about ego tonight? Let me take you deeper into this. Few years ago, actually, now that I think of it, it's not a few years ago. It was ages, because it's 13 or 14 years ago. I wanted to start an online magazine by a very fancy name, Fried Iron. I approached prominent authors to write for magazine. Some of them agreed to write for the magazine, but most of them declined. It was my ego that made me do something that many others did not even dare to think. So, ego is my way to achieve success. And I have achieved many others. I can go on and on and on. Many successes that I achieved because of my ego. Because when I think of ego, it is the fear that I what will happen if others will do better. Even today, it's my ego that is making me speak. Till yesterday, I did not have any speech. I discarded my 10th speech, but I was still chill. I was as chill as I was the day before my 10th exam. Why? Because why should I say that I have a fear? It was my ego that put me a brave face and deliver this speech. So, ego can give you successes, but not always. Sometimes ego leads us to failure also. But that's okay. Even Edison failed 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. It's just that I did not have the kind of success like that of a light bulb. I will have my light bulb moment someday. So it is my proposition that everyone should be proud of their ego, because ego is an inherent quality of every man. It's just the need to channelize our ego. Even Virat Kohli and Djokovic has a great ego, and they have shown how they have excelled in their fields through their ego. But we have also seen people like Hitler, who, because of their ego, have created destruction in the world. So just channelize your ego and be the champion and find a good purpose in your life. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you, contestant number 5. We will now be maintaining a 1-minute silence for the judges to mark the ballots. Mr. Timer 2, please let me know once the 1 minute is over.
Madam Contest Chair, 1 minute is over.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. So I would request our 6th and final contestant, Rajarshi Roy. So Madam Techmaster, please spotlight him and perform the audio video checks and timer.
Contestant number 6, please repeat after me. Today is a wonderful day to have the contest.
Today is a wonderful day to have the contest.
Thank you. Cards, please.
Yeah, I can see green, yellow, red.
Thank you so much, Madam Timer. Madam Contest Chair, I confirm that the contestant number 6 is perfectly audible and visible both. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Madam Techmaster. So our contestant number 6 is Rajarshi Roy. Rajarshi Roy, vertigo, the reverse kind. Vertigo, the reverse kind, Rajarshi Roy.
How many of you suffer from vertigo? The fear of heights? Anyone? Well, I do. In fact, I can't even look down from the balcony of a 5-story building. Yeah, one reason is my tummy prevents me from doing so, but more importantly, I really suffer from vertigo, which is why I always keep myself grounded. Very good evening, Madam Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and respected judges who I need to impress. Huh? Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Not that I really need any introduction, but formality, you see. So I am CTM Snooty Roy. Never heard of CTM? Huh? Well, it's just a little ahead of DTM. No? A celebrated Toastmaster. Come on. Now, I have been a Toastmaster much longer than many of you have, so I am more knowledgeable, more intelligent, and more experienced than all of you sitting in this room. But I never show off. You know why? Because I suffer from vertigo and I always keep myself grounded. But talking of Toastmasters, it sometimes really irritates me, especially some of the members that are there in the fraternity. I tell you, they're horrible. Just the other day, some random Toastmaster requested me to take up the role of general evaluator in their club meeting. Whose name I can't even remember. Not that I really want to, but just saying. So I agreed. But the day before the meeting, I requested their VP Education to give me their meeting agenda. And to my utter disgust, I saw TMOD introduces GE 2 minutes. Hold on. 2 minutes? You have to talk about my interests, my achievements, my accolades, and all of that in just 2 minutes? Ridiculous! But I didn't say a thing. Yeah, you know why? Because I suffer from vertigo. So I always remain grounded. But that's not it, Last year, around this time when the contest season was on, I got a call. Hello, Toastmaster Snooty. This is Toastmaster whatever. It's not Toastmaster Snooty. It is celebrated Toastmaster, okay? Sincere apologies, sir. Actually, I wanted to ask you if you can be our chief judge in the international speech contest to be held on 15th of November. Will you be available, sir? Well, I have to see my calendar, but is it a division or a district level contest? Sorry, it is a club level contest. What? You want me to be a chief judge at some stupid club level contest? I am surprised at your audacity. How could you even think of such a thing? Sir, I'll contact someone else. Okay, bye. No, wait. I'll do it. So after all that humiliation, you see, I still went ahead and did it. You know why? Because I suffer from vertigo and I'm always grounded. But talking about Toastmaster whatever reminds me of yet another Toastmaster. Toastmaster nobody. Now this Toastmaster was from my club and he considered me as his peer. His peer. And that to me, huh? High hopes. Anyway. So it was the election time of the year and he suddenly comes up to me and asks, what am I thinking? Which post should I be nominating myself for? Now, Toastmaster nobody doesn't understand that this is supposed to be confidential, A. But more importantly, what a question and a half to ask, huh? Of course I'm going to nominate myself as the next president. I mean, I can't take up any of the other menial EC positions. Those are not meant for me. But then I thought, you see, I'm very intelligent, much more than all of you here. Yeah, I thought that maybe he aspires to be the president and he knows very well that if both of us were to contest for the same position, hallelujah, he wouldn't stand a chance. But then the philanthropist in me got awakened and I decided that I'm going to turn Toastmaster nobody into Toastmaster somebody. So I gave away my president's position and I took up the sergeant at arms. You know why I did that? By now you must all be knowing, isn't it? Why I did that? But ladies and gentlemen, let's take off the glasses of humor and let's come back to reality. I want you all to remember that all these awards, accolades, praises, appreciations will fade away one day. But what will keep shining are the good deeds that you do for people, the humility that you have within you, the helping hand that you lend out to help other people. And that will help you remain alive in the hearts of people long after you've gone. So today I want to urge each and every one of you in this room to suffer from vertigo, because that will keep you grounded always. Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you, contestant number 6. So I would now request Mr. Timer 2, we will be observing a 2-minute silence for all the judges to mark and submit their ballots. So please let me know once the 2-minute mark is over.
Madam Contest Chair, 2 minutes is over.
Thank you so much, Mr. Timer. Mr. Chief Judge, can we go ahead with the contestant interviews, or do you need more time?
We can go ahead with the interviews by the time we finish off with the ballots and the tallying.
Okay, thank you so much. Madam Timer, I would request you can stand at ease. You can stop sharing your screen. Yeah, thank you, thank you. So we are coming towards the end of the humorous speech contest, and while the Chief Judge and his team are accumulating all the ballots and coming up with the results, meanwhile, we'll have something called the contestant interviews. So everyone can just relax a little bit okay. So we'll go by the order that we had the speaking order. And so first person I'd like to call up is Toastmaster Shattuki. So yeah. Hi, Toastmaster Shattuki. Are you able to unmute yourself? Yeah, great. Okay.
Yes, please. Yes.
Options. Yeah. Yes. Hi, Shattuki. So,
Hi.
yeah, how are you feeling after that speech?
Yeah, it is like it's my first experience to participate in any speech contest. I mean, humorous speech contest. So it's just like excellent like experience. I wish to participate. So I'm looking for participating in more and more such contest.
Absolutely, that's the spirit. Good to hear. And so from the form that you submitted for your bio, so I was reading it up, and you had mentioned that you love cooking, correct? So, okay, so just one random question is, what is your favorite dish that you've ever cooked? What's your
So the cooking this habit, right, started when I was diagnosed with duodenum ulcer. So it is around 6 years ago when the doctor suggested that don't take outside food, and I started preparing at home. So it is around 12 years ago, not 6 years, my mistake. So at that time I was not married, I was a single alone, and I started preparing from khichdi. I started khichdi and vegetable soup, and that gradually converted to some sort of like a shortcut biryani, and then chicken kosha, then mutton kosha. That is now stage by like day by day I'm improving my skill.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shataki. I'll just quickly share my screen. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay, so this is your certificate of participation. I'll send it over to you later on after the contest is over. So
Thank
can we
you.
have a big applause for our contestant number 1, Shataki Das?
Thank you.
So thank you so much. So we'll move on to our second contestant, Durga Satish Mane. So Durga, are you there? Yes, sorry. I think you again went on mute. Okay.
Okay, can you
Hi.
hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. So, okay, so how was your experience tonight at the contest? How are you feeling now?
Oh, very nice. I love participating. Participating itself is learning, right? I mean, I like it.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree with you.
And this was my first
So-
humorous speech contest, so I thoroughly
Right.
enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a new experience for a lot of us, definitely, yes. So, okay, so in your form, I noticed that you mentioned something that you look up to a lot of women leaders. So I would love to know who is your favorite woman leader and why she inspires you.
Many, would say Indra Nooyi. She comes from a really an average family and brought up in an Indian setting. Looks like, oh, you there? Yeah. So comparatively middle class family in Indian setting, just because of her hard work, she's where she is, and she's still a role model. So I keep listening to her speeches and the way she carried, and I kind of agree, and I think most of us will agree. You really cannot have it all. I mean, you have to let go of few things, and especially when you're married, you have kids and etc. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Durga. So I'll just quickly share my screen. Just hold on. Okay. Yes. So can we have a big round of applause for our second contestant, Toastmaster Durga? All right. So I'll send this over to you after the contest ends. So we'll move on to the next contestant, contestant number 3, Dhruvadeep. Toastmaster Dhruvadeep, are you there?
Yeah, hi, Prasiti. Good evening.
Hey, hi. Okay. So what was your experience like? Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a wonderful experience. I mean, for me also, this was the first time I attended humor speech contest. And I think producing humor is something very difficult. It's a level up than normal speeches. And I hope I did justice to it, but I'm still worried about the result.
Please don't worry, because it's a new contest for a lot of us, and I'm sure that from here on you'll only go upward, so no worries on that. And all right, so what I read about you is that you love playing table tennis and cricket. So that's really great. And so since what age have you learned these sports, and which one do you enjoy more, table tennis or cricket?
Normally, Bengalis love football, but I'm a bit different. I love table tennis and cricket. And cricket, I know from my college days because I used to play a lot of like college tournaments. Uh, but table tennis is something I learned in my office. Like it came out of my like inside. I don't know. Like I used to watch. My office colleagues play table tennis, but and then slowly I got addicted to it, and I also started playing. So that's how I got the things. Yeah. What is that?
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay, I think I have some bandwidth issues. I'll just turn off my video, okay? Thank you. Okay, so thank you so much, Toastmaster Dhruvadeep. And all right, so let me share my screen and share with you your participation certificate. Just hold on. All right, so can we have a big round of applause for our third contestant, Toastmaster Dhruvadeep? Thank you for your participation, and I'll share this certificate with you later on. So we'll move on to our fourth contestant, that is Venkata Subbarao Gugilam. So Venkata, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. So sorry, shall I address you as Subbarao or Venkata? I'm so
Subbarao
sorry,
would be. Subbarao would be.
Okay. Thanks for correcting that. Okay. So Subbarao, how did you like the contest? How did you like delivering your speech? And was it fun?
Yeah, really fun. Every time at movies when we watch, it's very at comedy we will see always feel happy. But now I come to know how much it is difficult, as Drupadi mentioned. So making others humorous, it's very kind of art and difficult also. So this is kind of first time I participated, and as already Durga mentioned, participation itself is the great achievement. I feel okay. It's kind of good experience for me. I'm not expecting anything, and yeah, that's it. This is fun.
Thank you, Toastmaster Subbarao, and I agree with you. Participation is very important, and it's a great learning experience for us all. So I also noticed that you mentioned that you love listening to music. So who is your favorite music artist, or what kind of music do you like listening to?
Basically, I'm not like specific to the one region. I like whatever I feel, which makes me feel happy, irrespective of the region, language, and all those things. Right? Very recently, one Sri Lankan like Manike Mate. So it's I don't know the meaning of that, but still I love it. But if you can't ask me specifically, anybody means like music director like Chakrabarti.
Okay, wow,
Yeah.
that's very nice. And I think the Sri Lankan song you mentioned that went very viral in between, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, wonderful song. Okay, so let me just share my screen and share with you your certificate. Just hold on. All right. Yes, can we have a big round of applause for our fourth contestant, Subbarao?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so we'll move on to our next contestant, that is Toastmaster Prometheus. So Toastmaster Prometheus, are you there?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Hi. Yes, you are. Okay, so Toastmaster Prometheus, how was the experience like? How was the contest experience? If you would like
First of all, I would like to thank you that you pronounce my name better than I do. So, and regarding the contest, I really liked it, and I understood that like adding humor to speech is one thing, and delivering a humorous speech is completely different thing. So, and delivering it in a contest is completely in a different zone. So it was a different experience, and I have been in a contest before also, but this time only I have been contesting for this humorous contest, and I really don't know because it's in a online form also. I really don't know how I delivered, so I am very nervous right now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Prometheus. And I would like to congratulate you on participating itself. I think that is the main thing. And which is why we also have a certificate for participation, because it is that important. And it's the results are of course important, but more important are the fact that you're participating, right? And so I have another small question for you. That is, you mentioned that you love reading books. So if you would like to share any favorite of yours.
I like Murakami very much. I have like read almost all his books, except one, I guess, because I could not find that book. And I really like the way he expresses his thoughts through magic realism.
Right.
I really like his way of storytelling. And nowadays I am more into non-fiction because of my work, because I have to read non-fiction books like to keep myself updated about the various things going in the world. And as my brother say, we have to read so that we can know what the world is thinking.
Absolutely. And yeah, I think Haruki Murakami is one of my favorite authors as well. So it's great to find another fan. And right, so I'll just quickly share my screen. Just hold on. Okay, I have too many windows open. All right, so I hope it is up. Yeah. Big round of applause for our fifth contestant, Toastmaster Prometheus. Congratulations on participating. And now we'll move on to the last and final contestant, that is contestant number 6, Toastmaster Rajarshi. Yep. Hi.
Hello, Toastmaster Prathiti.
Yes. So how are you feeling, Toastmaster Rajarshi?
Relieved. I think that's the first expression. Yeah. But yeah, it was quite an experience because, like everybody else said, for me also, this was the first time participating in a humorous speech contest. And once it becomes online, it becomes even more difficult because you can't see the reaction of the audience. You don't know whether you're being able to land the jokes properly. So yeah, so it's relieving. Let's just put it that way.
Right. Okay, thank you. So so in your form, right, I noticed that, of course, I also know this about you, like separately from here as well, that you're into theater, right? So you're into acting in plays and stuff. So how long have you been involved with theaters, and what propelled you to, come into this field?
So I've been into theaters for almost 10 years now. But how I came into the field was pretty much an accident per se. So I was earlier working with PricewaterhouseCoopers, and the director of the group back then was performing a play. I still remember it was a play called Julius Caesar that he was performing. And I didn't know the person, but I knew that there's a person who has his team who's performing a play. And because he's from my organization, I should go and cheer the person up. So me and a friend of mine, we both went to cheer up the actors and the director, and I saw the performance, and I really was moved by the performance of each and every actor there. So I stayed back to say a hi to the director and congratulate on the performance and the direction and everything. And he said, "Would you like to be a part of the group?" And I said, "Never. I can't save myself, from getting up on the stage and uttering a line. I can't even do that to save my life." So, but he insisted on having my number. So I gave him my number, and I think about 3 months later, I had completely forgotten I'd given my number to him. He just calls me and he says that, so there was a character called Decius, and the guy who was playing the character was down with chicken pox, and he wanted me to play the character. And that was my entry, where I had just 3 lines in the whole play. And since then, it's been 10 years now. So yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's an amazing story. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rajarshi. So I'll just share my screen and share with you your participation certificate. Just hold on. Yes. So can we have a big round of applause for our 6th contestant, Toastmaster Rajarshi? All right. So now it is time for the results. I know you all are waiting, but I'm going to increase your pain just a little bit more, because I would like to, first of all, appreciate all the role players, but we'll only go to the results after that. I'm so sorry. So I'll just share my screen for the certificates for the role players. Just give me 1 second. All right. So firstly, a big thank you to Toastmaster Srishti for a wonderful role as SA and Tech Master. Thank you, Toastmaster Srishti. All right, moving ahead to our primary timer role, that is Toastmaster Juma. Thank you, Toastmaster Juma, for conducting your role so well.
Thank you, Madam Praditi.
Yes. Yeah. So next person we have is the secondary timer role, that is Toastmaster Shomnath. Thank you, Toastmaster Shomnath, for conducting your role so well. And last but not the least, we of course have our Chief Judge, DTM Chayan. Thank you so much, DTM Chayan. All right. Okay, so it is now time for the one thing that you all are waiting for, I know. So we'll go in the reverse order. We'll firstly go to the person who got the second runners-up or the third place. So I won't ask for any guesses because we are quite overshooting the time, I feel. So I'll directly announce it. All right, just give me 1 second. So the third place award goes to Toastmaster Subbarao Venkata Kugilam. Congratulations, Toastmaster Subbarao. Congratulations. All right. Toastmaster Subbarao, would you like to share any words?
Yeah, it's kind of good, always something getting some award. Of course, I didn't expect. I want to give my best. And it's I'm a little bit serious. Even my family members also used it. But I want to try myself, prove that I'm also hilarious, try makes others happy. So just like that, I participated. Even my wife is adjacent to me. She's laughing at me whenever I perform. So okay, it's kind of some rejuvenate myself and feel that not in the every time on the same serious mode. I want to be change my attitude as also. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Okay. So we'll move on to the first runners-up or the second place. So let me share my screen. Okay. So the second place goes to Toastmaster Durga Satish Mane. Congratulations, Toastmaster Durga.
Thank you so much. I never expected, honestly. Although my in-laws definitely have hypochondria, and that was really a real incident, but I never
Okay. I suppose the funniest stories are the real ones. Absolutely. So congratulations, Toastmaster Durga. Fantastic. So would you like to share any other words?
No, I think nothing. I think personal, as you rightly said, personal stories make it convincing, I guess, because it's very easy. You've not made up anything, right? So
absolutely, yeah. Great, thank you. So all right, we'll now move on to the man of the hour or the man of the hour. So the winner of tonight's contest of humorous speech contest of Unicorn Voices Toastmasters Club is come on, you
big B, Rajeshri.
Suspense, but it's Toastmaster Rajarshi. Congratulations, Toastmaster Rajarshi.
Thank you.
Many congratulations. So would you like to share any words?
Yeah, as Toastmaster Rajoshi or as CTM Snooty Roy? Which one do you want me to say?
You don't have the glasses on, so I'm guessing you're Toastmaster Rajarshi right now.
No, but yeah, thank you very much. And yeah, I mean, I'm really glad and very happy, of course, that I won because just like Subbarao, I completely resonate with what you just said because I don't consider myself a humorous person at all. I am very serious in real life. Protiti has been a dear friend for long, and she knows that I'm not very humorous. So for me to do this, yeah, so I'm very happy that I've won. Thank you. And I would really want to be the best flag bearer possible for my club in the future contests. Thank you.
Fantastic, and congratulations. And all right, congratulations to all the three winners as well as to all the contestants. Very well done. And to all the role players, thank you so much. And with that, we conclude tonight's contest. Let me stop the recording.